can easily be convinced that if he will only follow the rules, whoever made those rules and whatever those rules might be, then he is relieved of any duty of having to use his own judgment to decide what to do. An accomplished slavesmith can easily convince commoners that their cowardice and weak-mindedness are reasons for pride, not shame. The compliant should be taught to view themselves not as the mindless, cowardly sheep that they are, but as loyal and brave, cooperative comrades. The man who does not have the wits to think for himself and does not have the strength to actually be courageous and principled will welcome any reason to ridicule and hate the man who does have such wits and such strength. So, to them, blind faith and blind obedience become virtues, the highest virtues. Thinking becomes a vice. And no matter how bad things get, the obedient will never want to consider the possibility that their own compliance is the cause of their troubles. They would much rather blame the disobedient. A weak, dominated mind will eagerly blame anyone but himself for the situation that his own cowardice helped to create. Consider the slave who always does as he is told, who always works hard for his master, and as a result, never has to feel the whip. Now, when that slave sees another slave being whipped for disobedience, how will the obedient slave view that? He has but two options. If he views the other slave as the victim of unjust abuse, then he must view himself as a coward who lacked the courage to resist injustice. But if, instead, he can convince himself that he is virtuous for pleasing and obeying his master, then he can condemn that other slave for not possessing such virtue, and thus he can feel contempt for the disloyal, disobedient slave who obviously deserves whatever punishment he may receive for his insolence. Thus, it is in the best interest of every coward, every weakling, every lily-livered fool to embrace and endorse his own enslavement and to condemn any who does not. It's written 3 years ago while we were shooting the movie Jones Plantation.